and encouraged their children to drop out of school to carry for the poachers. And it was all an illegal industry. So we just finally got enough people working for us that it began to change a little bit. But then, of course, as soon as we got a little bit successful, then the poachers were mad at us.
Oh, they were beyond mad.
So they wanted to kill us, and they actually sent an assassination team of 5 poachers down into the park to try to kill us. And this group was made up of 5 people, and we had a network of informants by this stage. So the informants let us know over the radio that these people were coming.
Yeah, this book is really the story of a crusade against poaching. I don't know if we've couched the decimation of elephants in as dramatic terms as you put them in the book. I mean, these animals were really on their way to extinction.
They were. I think it's just hard to believe how bad it was. And the entire valley, 100,000 elephants have been shot in the last 13 years.
Caught up in what could be best described as the poaching wars. When Mark and Delia Owens got to the North Luangwa National Park, the poachers were decimating the park's elephant population, and they found virtually no law enforcement presence at all. They found scouts assigned to the park who were bedraggled and essentially unarmed. They raised money and bought uniforms and food and weapons to take these newly trained scouts into the bush, bringing the fight to the post. 96 are the center point of this article.
On this mission, we would witness the ultimate price paid by a suspected poacher. Early in the morning, a scout discovers an abandoned campsite. Lying on the ground are shotgun shells. So the scout decides to wait in ambush. Our cameras begin rolling again after a shot is fired at the returning trespasser. The bodies of the poachers are often left where they fall for the animals to eat. Conservation, morality, Africa.
What happened was a film that was designed to bring credit to their work instead opened up some questions. The American embassy told them that it wouldn't be safe for them to come back given the investigation, the equipment, and the buildings of their project in the park were seized by the government, and the work did continue, but it continued without the Owenses. They never came back.
I get so lonely sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. That's lonely.
You like a part of that, right?
I do. And I decided to write a book about it.
Please welcome Delia Owens.
That book, Where the Crawdads Sing, has become a phenomenon.
It still haunts me. It was so beautifully written.
At a recent book fair in Savannah, Georgia, she had readers lined up around the block just to meet her.
It's so many stories wrapped up in
little scraps of gold.
Sand keeps secrets much better than mud. That one made it to the book. Sand keeps secrets much better than the mud.
See, that's a great line. That line would never occur to me in a million years. The title, Where the Crawdads Sing, was taken from a phrase her mother used to use, encouraging her tomboy of a daughter to take to the woods around their rural Georgia home and listen to what those woods had to say.
I learned from a book that crawdads don't really sing. But I learned from my mother that if you go far enough into the wilderness by yourself, and there's nothing but you and nature, you will hear the crawdads sing. This is just the sort of habitat she would be in.
After her family abandoned her.
Felt like we should see her coming. And yes.
Because you do talk about her like she's real.
She is real. She's very real to me.
For Kaya, this was her world. The wild, her teacher, both in love and loss. Much the way Owens herself had found her way through life.
I feel at home when I'm in a place like this.
Yeah.
You can put me in the middle of a desert or in the middle of mountains. When I'm out, away from everything else, I feel like I'm home.
Perhaps that's why writing fits her so. After all, it's a pretty solitary pursuit.
Yes.
But being a successful writer, well, that's anything but.
Is it hard doing a
book tour and all that other stuff where you're surrounded by so many people and you've got so many events and book signings and everything?
It's very hard. I don't. Woohoo, boys! Come on, boys! Come on, boys!
Delia Owens remains a nature girl at heart. Happiest way out yonder, just like her mother always said.
Okay, you've earned your dinner. Come on, boys. This is where the crawdads sing. Right here. This is it. I finally found it.